From fan favorites like Haleyybaylee to full-on villains like Mikayla Nogueira, these are TikTok's most loved versus most hated women. And first up, the worst of them all, the internet's most hated woman. In 2008, America watched a nightmare unfold. A young Florida mother and her missing 2-year-old. A case so bizarre, it would become one of the most infamous trials of the decade. Her name? Casey Anthony. Her daughter? Caitlyn Anthony, who was just 2 years old. Caitlyn was reported missing in July 2008. But here's the thing. Investigators discovered she had been gone for 31 days before anyone called the police. Here's the actual 911 call made by Casey's mom, Cindy.
Your daughter admitted that the baby is where?
But the babysitter took her a month ago. My daughter's been looking for her. I told you my daughter was missing for a month. I just found her today, but I can't find my granddaughter. There's something wrong. I found my daughter's car today, and it smells like there's been a dead body in a damn car.
Okay, what is the 3-year-old's name?
Kaylee.
How long has she been missing for?
I have not seen her since the 7th of June.
Is your daughter there?
Yes.
Can I speak with her?
She's downstairs. They want to talk to you. Answer the question. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Can you tell me what's going on a little bit?
My daughter's been missing for the last 31 days.
Why are you calling now? Why didn't you call 31 days ago?
I've been looking for her and have gone through other resources to try to find her.
31 whole days. And during that time, Casey wasn't out searching for her daughter. She was out partying and drinking, posing for photos in clubs, the kind of behavior that instantly made people suspicious and angry. From there, the story spiraled into chaos. Prosecutors claimed Casey had intentionally killed Caitlyn, maybe to escape the responsibilities of motherhood. They pointed to some disturbing internet searches found on a computer linked to her home. Things like chloroform, neck breaking, among others. They also revealed the chilling discovery of Caitlyn's remains in a wooded area just blocks from their house. However, the defense had a completely different story. They said Caitlyn drowned accidentally in the family pool and that Casey's strange behavior was the result of years of abuse and emotional trauma.
Makes no sense. Why would you cover up a complete accident by making it look like a murder? That makes no sense. Unfortunately, this is what the defense is claiming.
When the verdict came in July 2011, the world stopped.
As to the charge of first-degree murder, verdict as to count 1, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty. As to the charge of aggravated child abuse, verdict as to count 2, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty. As to the charge of aggravated manslaughter of a child, verdict as to count 3, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
Casey Anthony was found not guilty of murder, manslaughter, and child abuse, only guilty of lying to the police. For millions watching, it wasn't just shocking, it was infuriating. Social media erupted and many headlines labeled her the most hated woman in America. And then she vanished. No interviews, no TV specials. Just disappeared from the spotlight for more than a decade until she just randomly popped up on TikTok one day, giving dating tips and acting like a social media influencer. The audacity alone was genuinely triggering for everyone. Like Anthony, who says this is wrong on so many levels. That little girl is gone forever and the mother has been making money off of it. And this other person who says Casey Anthony advocating for others on TikTok is like Jeffrey Dahmer opening up a steakhouse. Many view her presence on TikTok as salt on an open wound, a woman trying to reclaim fame after one of the most infamous trials in American history. She's not just hated, she's a symbol of injustice for an entire generation. But not every TikToker makes headlines for the wrong reasons. Some earn their following with nothing more than talent and heart. The OG beauty icon. Sydney Morgan isn't just a beauty influencer. She's a story people actually care about. Before the ring light, before the millions of views, she was just a regular teenager, dealing with the very exhausting battle of living with Crohn's disease. Most people would have hidden that part of their life, but she instead picked up a camera and brought her audience along for the ride. The hospital stays, insecurities, the bad days, and the good days, she didn't sugarcoat it. And that honesty is what made her stand out. Of course, the makeup looks are next level. We're talking jaw-dropping transformations. One day she's a Disney villain, the next she's a horror movie icon, then she's nailing celebrity lookalikes. But here's the thing. On TikTok, there's no shortage of talented makeup artists. The difference with Sydney is that she makes you feel something. She's warm, she's approachable. She's like that sweet cousin who can hype you up and make you laugh even on your worst day. Her kindness isn't an act. It's the glue that keeps her audience coming back. Sydney Morgan didn't need drama or a scandal to be loved and famous on TikTok. She built her following with a ring light, a wild imagination, a willingness to be vulnerable, and it worked. She's one of the most unproblematic creators on the app, a rare thing in a world where controversy often equals clicks. Fans don't just love her for her art, they love her for her resilience, her humility, and the way she turns her struggles into something inspiring. Sydney proves that being soft, strong, and endlessly creative isn't just a passing trend on TikTok, it's a legacy. And in a platform full of fleeting fame, that's the kind of influence that lasts. Sydney Morgan is living proof that you can build a massive following without ever tearing anyone down. Just talent, honesty, and heart. But on the other side of TikTok, there's someone who's built her entire brand on tearing people down, especially women. The trad wife who lost the internet. Hannah Pearl Davis, better known as JustPearlyThings, isn't your average TikToker. She's more like the self-appointed villain of the internet's red pill corner. Her brand is basically extreme traditional gender roles. We're talking statements like women shouldn't work, shouldn't vote, and should let men lead everything. She's even sat down with Andrew Tate, backing some of his most controversial takes on women and relationships. TikTok's reaction are usually explosive towards her overly sexist comments. Feminists called her anti-woman, while Gen Z roasted her takes, and even some conservatives said she'd gone too far. But here's the twist. The more people called her out, the bigger her following grew. Her supporters call her based. Her critics says she's brainwashed, dangerous, and completely out of touch. It's not just what she says, it's how she says it. Calm, confident, and unapologetic. That delivery makes her haters even louder. Because on TikTok, confidence without compassion is a recipe for outrage. And while hate clicks might boost your numbers, she's lost her respect a long time ago. After all that chaos, let's cleanse the feed with someone TikTok actually loves. The beauty queen who never sold out. Haleyybaylee is exactly what the internet wishes it had more of. No drama, no shock value, just calm, stylish, feel-good content. She rose to fame through vlogs, Get Ready With Me, epic Glambits videos, and those clean, aesthetic TikTok edits that feel less like a performance and more like a warm hug. While other creators chase viral moments, Haley stayed consistent, and that slow, steady approach made her blow up. Her content is simple but intentional. Skincare routines and funny day-in-the-life edits that make you smile without even realizing it. Her humor is subtle, her voice is soothing, and her brand never feels forced. She even collaborates with small creators like Mr. Beast. And she still maintains her high level of humility, which is one thing her parents instilled in her since childhood. She has spoken openly about her marriage with her ex-husband, and she says these things with lots of respect and zero hate. She's what people call a comfort creator on TikTok, someone you watch when you want to feel safe, seen, and inspired. In a platform flooded with oversharing and attention-grabbing stunts, Haley proved that privacy is power, and kindness never goes out of style. But not every influencer's glow-up story ends with love. Some end in total trust collapse. But before we continue, who's your most loved and most hated female TikToker so far? Drop their names in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Going back to trust, let's talk about the beauty guru who broke everyone's trust. Mikayla Nogueira was once the face of authenticity in beauty TikTok, a Massachusetts makeup artist with a thick Boston accent, big lashes, and unfiltered honesty about acne, weight, and self-esteem. She felt very real, but then came Mascara Gate. In a sponsored ad for L'Oreal's new mascara, eagle-eyed fans swore they saw false lashes, but instead of owning up, Mikayla doubled down, denying everything. That's when the internet did what it does best, putting on their detective hats and start digging. Old clips resurfaced of her mocking 9-to-5 workers, shading fans, and acting like a completely different person off camera. The scandal snowballed from maybe she lied about a mascara to maybe she's been fake all along. She still posts regularly and still has numbers, but the engagement's softer and the trust is gone. And on TikTok, once you lose trust, you rarely get it back. From a beauty influencer who lost the trust of her audience, to a creator who built her entire platform on never breaking it. The funny girl who stays real. Drew Afualo isn't just a TikTok creator, she's a cultural wake-up call. Loud, proud, and unapologetically savage. She carved out her niche by taking on some of the internet's worst misogynistic men and dismantling their takes with precision. Her trademark is her razor-sharp wit paired with a laugh so legendary it's practically a weapon. Her videos follow a simple formula: stitch toxic content, expose the manipulation, and shut it down with equal parts humor and fact. But Drew's appeal runs deeper than her punchlines. She's consistent. She never punches down, never targets the vulnerable. Her aim is always at those abusing their platform or perpetuating harmful narratives. Her clapbacks don't just entertain, they empower. Women see her as the voice they wish they had in the moment, while detractors call her too much. Drew's fans totally disagree. In a world that still tolerates misogyny, they believe there aren't nearly enough voices like hers. Her platform is loud, but her heart is even louder. And in the messy battlefield of social media, Drew Afualo isn't just playing the game, she's rewriting the rules. From a creator who built her platform on calling out exploitation, to one whose entire career became the textbook case for it. The influencer who lied about everything. Danielle Cohn was the original too young for this app scandal. She didn't just lie about her age once, she made it part of her brand. She claimed she was 15 but was really 12. Then she said she was 16 but was actually 13. And all the while, her social media was filled with her dancing in bikinis, flirty live streams, and dating guys older than her. When the internet pieced together the truth, the backlash was immediate and brutal. Her mother was accused of exploitation, her boyfriends were slammed for grooming, and Danielle became one of the most controversial names in TikTok history. Danielle insists she was a victim too, that she was pushed into a hypersexualized image before she could even understand it. And maybe that's true. But even after the age lies were exposed, she kept playing the part, acting older, chasing shock value, leaning into the very controversy that made her infamous. For critics, Danielle's name is shorthand for everything wrong with underage fame. The blurred lines, the parental negligence, the platforms that looked the other way. For her fans, she's a cautionary tale in real time. Her story is still unfolding, but the damage is already done. From a creator whose fame was built on controversy to one who built hers on pure talent. The comedy queen. Caitlyn Reilly might not have a follower count in the tens of millions, but on TikTok, she's unforgettable. She's mastered the art of deadpan satire, the kind that makes you smirk before you even realize you're laughing. Whether she's imitating the overly perky coworker in your Monday meeting, the HR rep with a quick question, or the painfully awkward first date, her delivery is flawless. She never breaks character, never overplays it, and somehow makes every skit feel like a scene you've actually lived. Fans call her the next Kristen Wiig. Sharp, witty, and able to turn the smallest social interaction into a full comedic masterpiece. And here's the rare part. She's almost completely scandal-proof. No drama, no messy feuds, no viral gotcha moments, just consistent, high-caliber content. Caitlyn proves that women can dominate TikTok without shock value or skin, just brains, timing, and an uncanny ability to capture human absurdity. In an app obsessed with trends, Caitlyn Reilly is a reminder that timeless comedy will always hit the For You page. TikTok is a battlefield where reputation is built in years and ruined in minutes. Some rise through kindness, others through controversy. But love or hate them, these women shaped what TikTok is today. Now it's your turn. Who's your most loved and most hated female TikToker? Drop their names in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Because this drama, it never stops scrolling.